What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What the f happened?
What just happened? I'm Dan. That's Julia. And today we're here to talk the season finale of season 3 and Only Murders of the Building called Opening Night. Wow, it was great. And you guys
Wow.
really killed it in the comments. There's some people who nailed it completely. We're going to be doing a season wrap up next week to talk about anything you guys want to talk about in the comments. This time we'll highlight that, speculate for season 5 or season 4. Real quick, we have a winner for our giveaway, the $50 Amazon gift card. We're going to tell you at the end of this episode. And don't worry if you didn't win this one, we're going to do giveaways constantly. Our next one's going to be for 5,000 subscribers. And Jules, that's a really good thing we're giving away that time. I won't say it yet.
I'm very excited.
So it's the last episode. Let's get into it. I'm a little sad that this is over.
I know.
I've been really enjoying it the past few weeks, especially.
The finale was fantastic.
So good. And of course, they set up the next season, so we'll talk about it. So this one opens up, of course, it's going to open up with Donna because all the heat's on her at the current moment. She's doing an opening monologue talking about her career achievements, and well, her favorite thing she made was
Mamma Mia. Hands down, changed the trajectory of my whole career.
just a joke. It's, of course, Cliff, her son, and how rewarding / dangerous producing can be. That goes right into the trio and Loretta. She's with them now.
You know,
So incredibly exciting to be invited into the inner sanctum like this.
She didn't confess, and they bailed her out. Charles takes credit for bailing her out.
I paid your bail.
They're prepping on how they're going to go after Donna. During this, Oliver and Loretta are flirting.
My little cuddle pups.
Charles says to Mabel,
You don't call Taubert cuddle pups?
I have a hard enough time calling him Taubert.
hey, me too. Me too. I used to mess up on his name to the point that people in the comments were like, that's not how you say it. It's Taubert. I was calling him Tobert, whatever. Yeah, so I get that.
Irrelevant at this point. I mean, arguably.
Yeah, and I have my thoughts about Taubert that I'll say I was really hard on him this whole season and maybe I was wrong. So we'll get into it. Then Loretta points out that Donna is sick.
She's sick.
And Jules, you had a moment where you were like, I kind of knew that, right? When you texted me.
Yeah. So like I texted you about it because I don't know why I like never brought it up when we were recording, but when they originally showed that scene of her and Loretta talking in the bathroom, just the way she fixed her hair, like how she kind of like went underneath like this to fix it. I was like, that's a wig. That's definitely a wig. He has to be sick.
I didn't catch this, and I wish I could find the comment. Someone did say that in the comments, so take credit if that was you. Someone said, I think she's sick. They pointed out that scene as to why, too. And then Charles says,
We don't have anything tying Donna to the push. We need a confession on tape.
that's their plan, to get that on tape. And then Loretta comes out of the blue. Oh, hey, Dickie gave me something. He thought I might need it. Pulls it out. It's the hanky. And I was like, awesome. Let's go. I was so happy that they addressed that so quickly. And then I loved Loretta's reaction.
Did I do good?
You even texted me that too. Perfect.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
The way they mix mystery and comedy,
It's flawless, really.
there's like nothing else like it in terms of shows that are currently running. It's really good. So I'm happy they're continuing with season 4. So we get to opening night, and the first thing we see is Howard doing the Gideon ritual.
We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you.
And again, he just steals every scene he's in, even if it's just for a little bit. And we see a quick shot of Jonathan taking his meds, which comes into play. Mabel tricks Donna by giving her a piece of paper that said new review in Katie's office. Go see it. And then we see a quick one on the lips, one on the heart.
One on your lips. And one on your heart.
And that comes into play later with the whole hanky thing. Okay. She goes to Katie's office and they just come at her with everything.
Surprised to see us, aren't you?
All of the evidence. And basically, she just cuts the shit immediately.
You think I poisoned Ben, right? That's what this is about? Great. Let's jump ahead. I did it.
And then we see Talbot, who's hiding with the microphone in the corner.
Right here. Hi.
She's like, you know what? Whatever. I'll say it right into the microphone. I'm not hiding anything. And then they talk to her about the push. I didn't do that. You're not going to pin that on me. And then they bring out the hanky. She sees that her lipstick is on the hanky. So in this moment, she probably puts it
knows
together.
exactly. Yeah.
Puts it together that it was probably Cliff, which it was. So yeah, great job in the comments for everyone that said that. She admits to pushing him, which we know she didn't. And Mabel's face kind of encapsulates the audience feelings probably in this moment where you're not really buying it, but they're going with it as of right now. She's like, I'll confess.
Yeah.
Wait until opening night is over. I'll confess. And by the way,
I'm a woman with stage 4 lung cancer. I'm not a flight risk.
and then Howard runs in the room.
Oliver, we have a big fucking problem.
Jonathan took too many pills. He can't perform, but I know someone who can do it.
Howard, are you saying what I think you're saying?
It totally tricked me because I thought he was talking about himself in that moment.
No, he was. Oh, he
Okay.
was.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah.
But Oliver was
Yeah.
like, oh, me.
The show begins. It's Oliver playing the lead. And again, Mabel is just uneasy. She doesn't buy it. And you could tell it in
Yeah.
her expression that she just doesn't buy it. So she walks by in the back and sees Talbert. He's got the confession on tape.
This is a recording of Donna's confession.
Here you go. He's all excited. And in this moment, I'm still thinking, like, what are you hiding? Like, I want to know. But apparently he's fine. He's just a good guy. So Matilda, you can exhale. There's nothing wrong
I
with
don't
Talbot,
know.
apparently.
I still get weird feelings about it.
So do I. So hopefully we find out. Like, we didn't get anything with Cinda Canning this episode. So
I was gonna say she's got to come back into play next season, right? There's no
So-
way they just
so-
tease her for one episode. Come on.
you'd think that storyline is still open, that maybe he is working with Cinda, and we'll get that answer later. He was offered an indie film in LA. He wants her to come with.
And I would tell you that every part of me wants to ask if you want to come with me.
She's going to think about it. And then a really nice scene, actually, a very sweet scene. So Dickie is watching Loretta perform. She comes off stage. She tries to tell him that she's his mom. He doesn't let her finish. He knows.
I knew it. My God, I knew it. I felt like I was going crazy. I feel like I've known since I saw you at that first read through.
He had a feeling. They have this nice moment together. She's finally open about this. And then when she kissed him on the cheek, something clicked in Mabel's head. So we'll come back to it. Well, right in that moment, she notices Donna talking to Cliff. Cliff walks off all sad. So Charles is on stage performing, and during that's when Mabel decides to follow Cliff. She goes upstairs. She tells him that, hey, your mom confessed, and he knows about that. He's pretty upset. But then she puts together the one on the lips, one on the heart, and noticed, oh, Donna put her hanky into Cliff's pocket.
You had her handkerchief, and it was you at the elevator with Ben.
And then we get the scene. Finally, we get the scene that we've all been waiting for. So the mysterious phone call was actually from Dr. C. That's why Ben was upstairs. He goes,
My hospital labs came back. Doctor said I ingested rat poison.
how? I haven't eaten anything.
That cookie. That's all I ate.
And you gave me that cookie. And he's like kind of lackadaisical in the moment.
Me? No, the cookies were from Mom.
Like, oh, no, that was from my mom. Like, he doesn't really notice what's going on at this point. So Ben just puts it all together. You know, the way Donna was talking to him.
Go to your dressing room. Be nice to Ben. Holy shit, your mom poisoned me.
He says he's going to call the cops. He calls Cliff boy, which Cliff absolutely hates, which someone also picked up in the comments before. Then his mood kind of changes.
It's Cliff, not boy.
And he said, no, I knew you were bad for the part.
I said you were a superhero hack who had no business on Broadway.
It was my mom that wanted to hire you. I knew you were bad for the part. We don't see the rest of it yet. It goes back to Mabel saying,
I'm right, aren't I?
and then he has a moment where he threatens to jump from the attic or whatever that room is down to the stage. It's just a whole mess. This moment, as the audience, we know, okay, Cliff did it. The murder is solved, and we just have to kind of deal with the fallout during this moment. Loretta's performing. The show is still going on, and Cliff says it was just an accident. He didn't mean to do it. And okay, the moment that he saw Ben on stage, for some reason in my head, I was like, the twin. But no, the twin theory was just all bullshit. They messed with us. He was just seeing it on stage. And he says, I can't let my mom take the fall, admits that he did it. And then quick side note, just so we know, the murderer in the musical was Ben's role, and he was the father too. I thought that was an interesting tidbit.
Very interesting.
That's not what we were trying to solve, but still. So Charles notices what's going on, so he runs upstairs.
Oh, God, that's a lot of stairs.
And then we see it. We see the scene when Cliff pushed Ben. Well, yeah, he did push him. Yeah, it wasn't an accident. He did push him. We get it. We see it. It's clear as day. And then Oliver goes upstairs too.
Oh,
That's a lot of stuff.
Right?
Cliff's dangling from the roof at this moment, and you said he's got the strongest grip strength you've ever seen.
My dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God. He's got one hand, just his whole body just hanging
Yeah.
from like 4 fingers. I'm like, how are you doing this?
I think he was going to go through with it, but at this point, Donna was up there and she puts her hand on him. So he stops, and the trio get to celebrate their victory with a little fist bump to each other. In this moment, then Howard calls everyone.
Curtain call! Everyone down here for curtain call!
In true Howard fashion. And then immediately after this, Donna and Cliff are taken away and they kiss one last time. But how about those kisses mattering in the end?
I know.
We saw it so many times, but that's how the
I
lipstick
think they
rubbed off. Yeah.
I also think they kind of banked on people kind of like
Yeah.
kind of like not really looking at it.
Yeah, that's what
Like, you
happened
know,
with me.
Mabel did the same thing. She just like kind of turned her
Yeah.
head like, I don't want to fucking look at that. That's gross.
That's cool how that
Yes,
paid
yeah.
off. It paid off in the end. And then they're back at the Arconia, and Oliver's reading Maxine's new review, and it's positive. And then Oliver says,
Congratulations, everybody. Yeah, I did it.
so good. This cast, man, they're so good together, and you can tell they have such a good time with this
know.
show. So it's just fantastic stuff. And then we get some nice moments before the ultimate what the F moment of the whole episode. We'll get to it in a second. So Oliver and Loretta are sharing a nice moment. Dickie comes up with news that, hey, other people want to hire you now.
They say they're willing to wait for you.
She doesn't really want to do it. She wants to stay around with Oliver. And he says, you should go. I don't mind LA, which there was a couple LA references. So I was thinking maybe that's where they would go next season,
I was kind of thinking that too.
which maybe they'll do a couple episodes there.
I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with like the business that Sazz wanted to talk to Charles about.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, because then all three of them would have a reason to go. So yeah, probably a good catch there. And then yeah, Taubert's talking to Mabel about LA again, and she's got stuff to take care of in New York, so she wants to stay around, but she'll visit. So I do think they'll go next season. I think that'll be a part of the plot going out there. Then Sazz shows up.
I got a cold case for you.
It's really funny when she shows up. Charles gets a text from Joy. Romantic?
Scott Bakula says hi.
It's not romantic.
Not really romantic. She's rubbing it in
Poor
his
Charles.
face. Yeah, that she's with Scott Bakula and he says hi. So yeah, poor Charles, he doesn't get his happy ending. Okay, we see what looks to be Charles. They're even whistling the Pickwick triplet song. So I thought it was Charles when she was whistling the Pickwick triplet song. They get shot, sniped through the window. So another death in the Arconia, and then it zooms in and it says it's not Charles. So
Yeah.
what the
Well,
hell?
see, like at first I was like, oh, Charles is going to get the wine. And then like as soon as there was the shot, I was like,
Yeah.
it was Sazz.
Yeah,
I knew
me too.
immediately. Because they can't, you know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the same thing without Charles.
Someone in the comments early on in this, maybe episode 3 or 4. Or no, it was after the episode where Charles almost dies a couple times with the sandbags and then with the death gas or whatever it was. Someone thought, hey, I think someone's actually trying to kill Charles, and they tried to kill Charles, and Ben ended up getting killed. So that part wasn't right, but the overall theme was right.
But maybe
someone's going after him.
there is someone trying to kill Charles. I can't imagine who would want to do that. Joy,
Which is-
maybe.
Which is cool, because like solving this new murder, which we're gonna try to do, which we basically solved this one. I think the comments pretty much figured it out. This new one, we're probably gonna have to go through season 3 again, see if we can pick up any new things on who's trying to go after Charles.
I kind of feel like Sazz was the one who was like the target of it, though.
You think? You don't think?
But
they were
how
trying to
could
kill
they
Charles?
have known?
Yeah.
How could they have known that he would be in his apartment? I
Yeah.
only say that because of how she mentioned, like, oh, I have some like personal business I gotta
Right,
talk
right.
to you about.
Hey, listen, I got something I need to talk to you about when you get a sec, huh? It's a little sensitive.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like it only makes sense that she was the target,
Definitely could be.
and that's what leads them to investigate it. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, this is great stuff for you guys to comment and to theorize about. And we're going to make another video next week talking about these things. What do you guys think? Were they going after Sazz? Were they going after Charles? Do you have any speculation on who could have done it outside of Scott Bakula? I have no idea. It's going to be totally up in the air. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this one's personal. It's someone that Charles loved and the group respected. Sazz. I mean, Sazz barely in the show, but when she was,
Oh,
really
so
good.
great.
Really good stuff. So it's like a what the F moment to end this season and to give us a whole new mystery to solve next year. So I do think they'll go to LA and handle some business there, and it'll be a mix of LA and New York next season. I do think that
would be nice.
Well, that's it.
Spice it up a little.
Season 4, here we come. Hell yeah. That's basically it. Great job to everyone that noticed Donna and Cliff to begin with, because one did the first one did the second one. A lot of you guys got that right.
I'm
So
still
great
a little
job.
disappointed that it was not like 2 separate groups of people.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been more fun.
It would have been nice. And the Taubert speculation, I have to admit it, he's been my pick. And basically, he comes out of this looking like an angel. He did nothing wrong, apparently, that we know of.
We'll see.
We'll see, exactly, because I still don't buy that he's not working for Cinda in some way, in some fashion. You notice how excited he was that the group got back together for their podcast.
I gotta say, I'm really glad that you worked things out with your old guys.
He complimented them, and he's got like a vested interest in it. Like, why? I don't know. I just don't trust the guy. But he didn't kill Ben. That's what we know. He didn't kill Ben Glenroy. He had nothing to do with that. That we know of. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments, and we'll read as many comments as we can about season 4 speculation. But it's time to do our giveaway. The winner of the $50 gift card to Amazon is Care Bear 23. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Congrats, and thank you for being a subscriber. And to anyone else that wants to win in the future, we're going to do giveaways a lot. We want to give back. We do this for you. So we want to give back as much as we can. Care Bear, the best way to reach us, DM us on Twitter or Instagram. If you don't have any of those, just comment. We'll find a way to get in touch with you. All right. Let us know your theories on season 4. Anything you want to talk about in the season wrap-up video that we're going to do next week. It could be about anything. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
I milk everything. Oh, look at me. Oh, I'm milking Bossy the cow. Milk, milk, milk. Oh, look at all the milk I'm getting.
See you. Outtakes.
I feel like I gotta sneeze. Okay, I think I'm good.
Charles. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, he.
I have had like 6 heart attacks this season, Charles.
One fucking schmackery.
I'm just here because I'm so fucking supportive.
The fuck did I write all these cards for?